Hi, it's Wednesday and welcome to this 9th week of our dream journey. Today we are looking at the inner work. This is one of the shortest chapters in the book, but I think it's probably the most profound. It's cliche, I know, to say that if you want to achieve different results, you need to do something differently, or at least do something different. It's also cliche to say that what brought you to today's success is not what will take you to tomorrow's success. And that's because yesterday's challenges are not the same as today's challenges. In the chapter, in the book, I begin by saying that if you live in an old house with old rusty pipes and you change the taps, it will not bring you clean water. In the same way, if you don't do the inner work, all the clear goals and the action plans and the vision that you have articulated won't help. Because all these things will fall prey to the workings of the inner person if there is no alignment between the inside and the outside. All the plans are external, but what goes on inside is really what drives you to grow. That's what drives you to gain from the learning that you are seeking. I bet you know all this, even if you wouldn't say it in the same way. So if you're wanting to get better, to grow, to be more successful, to realize your vision or to live your passion in a better way, and these are the reasons why people attend workshops or go to classes or even listen to sessions like this one, then you really need to clean up the pipes, so to speak, so that whatever goes in can come out clean. Yet, even when we know what needs changing, we don't always implement it, or perhaps we can't for some reason or another. There's an example in the book. So say you're looking to set up a business, or maybe you have set up a business and you do everything by the book. You have your strategy laid out. You have a clear idea of who your ideal client is and where you're going to find them and how you're going to reach them. You know, you have the perfect product. You've worked out your pricing. You're doing the relevant and effective promotions. You're doing all these things, but every time you sit in front of a client and, they start to ask about money, you freeze. And this happens to a lot of people. I have met a lot of people in business. Those ones who say, pay me whatever you want. Have you ever met such people? So you're not comfortable discussing money. You're not comfortable discussing fees. This can actually cause you to lose clients, or it will actually cause your business to falter, because you cannot be losing money. You cannot be charging less than you're spending to run your business or to buy the goods that you're selling. And this is just one example. And if that happens, you obviously will not meet your revenue targets, and then you will, the business will fail. And you might find yourself saying, oh, I don't have a head for business, or it's not really my talent. And then you go off to try something else. But the problem is inside. In this example, you would need to work on how to have those money conversations. Understand what's blocking you from having conversations about fees. What's blocking you from having conversations about how much you should charge? What's making you uncomfortable about asking people to pay you for the service that you're offering? So you see, if the inner work is not done, whatever comes in from external sources, from workshops, from books, from talks, from professionals, just will not work. So if you're truly looking to make changes so that you can grow, you need to check that the inner workings are in good shape. These inner workings are what will bring sustainable changes to your life. This is what will help you to implement the action steps that you're planning, or to really take the new skills that you learn at a class and use them to take you to the next level, to take you wherever you want to go. But how would you know what needs working on, if I may ask, or maybe you're asking yourself? I think if I was to give a one-word answer, I would say observe. Observe yourself. Look for patterns. Look for patterns in the things that you consistently do that don't work. Look for patterns in the things that you don't do. Look for patterns in the events or the things or the situations that trigger the responses or the non-desirable responses in you. Look for people who observe which people maybe make you petrified, or which people make you confused, or which people cause you to, sort of feel like you cannot make progress or you cannot do it, and try to understand, what is it about these people? What do these actions, what do these behaviors, or what do certain events trigger in you that just cause you to stall? So you really, really need to make observations of yourself, because awareness is sometimes all that it takes. Sometimes you just need to be aware that I behave in this way when such and such a thing happens, and to tell yourself, okay, I'm going to begin noticing when such and such a thing happens, and then I'm going to start telling myself that I'm not going to behave in the way I have always behaved. Sometimes it's as simple as that. But obviously, it's not always that simple. It could require much more work than just awareness. It could require therapeutic intervention. But in order for you to know where you lie on this continuum between just awareness and being able to control your thoughts so that you stop a behavior that is stopping you from moving forward, and the other end of the spectrum where you really need to work perhaps with a professional to help you change certain beliefs, to help you overcome certain thought patterns, you need to be aware, which takes us back to the observation. You want to know where you lie. So you want to understand what's going on that's stopping you from benefiting from the information that you're gaining, from the knowledge, the skills that you're learning. And when you do the inner work, you actually gain much more than a new perspective. You gain much more than a new ability to do something with the knowledge and skills that you gain. You also get a spring in your step. Last week we were talking about life momentum. Doing the inner work can really propel you forward. It can really give you additional momentum. Think of, I don't know if you have ever done a detox, maybe gone off certain foods for a while, just to try and cleanse your body. You may start to do this detox not because you're feeling toxic. Maybe you're not feeling anything wrong with you, but you just know theoretically that doing a detox can help you in one way or another. And what happens is, after a while, maybe a couple of days, you actually start feeling cleaner. So whereas you started doing the detox before you actually felt like there was anything wrong with you, after you do the detox, you start realizing that the state of your body is actually different from the way it was before you started doing the detox. So doing the inner work does the same thing for you. It lightens you, it unburdens you, it relieves you and leaves you free to pursue those good things, those purposeful things that you're chasing, those goals that you have set for yourself, those good goals that you have set for yourself, and which for one reason or another you haven't been able to achieve because you're unable to implement the good things that you're learning. So doing the inner works actually leads to a greater sense of well-being, a more positive outlook. It makes you more effective. It gives you confidence. It really feels you like, yes, I can do this. I can do this. So I want to encourage you today to reflect back on one of the earlier chapters that we looked at. I think it was chapter 3, where we were asking what you need to believe different. Chapter 3, which is titled Believe Different. And in this chapter, we were looking at, what are some of the beliefs that you hold that might keep you from living, living on purpose, or from really achieving whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. And so doing the inner work will help you to, first of all, identify beliefs that are holding you back, and then to begin working on them, because beliefs are part of that inner pipe work, if I may put it that way, that needs to be cleaned out in order for you to achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve, or whatever it is that you're looking to change. And the more you believe that you can change, the easier your work will be. So tonight, I want to leave you with this thought. I want to ask you, what kind of space are you putting your beliefs in? Or are you putting your learnings in? What kind of space are you putting the knowledge that you're gaining from the classes that you attend, from the workshops that you attend, from sessions like these, or from books that you read? When you hear somebody saying such and such a book is a good book, and you buy it and you read it, but then you find that it's not really helping you to change your life, you need to look at, where are you putting this knowledge? What beliefs are you bringing to whatever knowledge you're gaining? And as I suggested, observe patterns, observe your behaviors and actions when you are confronted by certain situations or certain people or certain events, because it will help you to begin understanding which parts of the inner piping you need to start cleaning. At the end of the day, it all begins from the inside. You can learn everything that there is to learn. You can make all the resolutions that you want to make. But if inside you, in terms of what you believe, in terms of what you really want to achieve, in terms of how motivated you are, if those things are not working properly, then everything else that you imbibe from the external world will not help you to change, and it will not help you to achieve your dreams or to get to wherever you want to go. Granted, doing the inner work is not easy. Standing in front of the mirror and looking at yourself and saying, okay, this is what I see that I need to clean. This is what I see that I need to change. This is what I see that I need to improve on. It's not an easy thing. But hey, who said that good things come easy? If you're really, really serious about making changes to your life in order to pursue your dream journey, you need to look in the mirror and start to do the inner work. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you again next week, God willing, where we will be reviewing chapter 10. And in chapter 10, we begin to look at resilience. I will share with you, in this chapter, I will share with you some of the things that contributors to this book shared with me about how they build resilience in their own lives. Thank you and have a good night.